What's going on, guys? Shane here.
I'm Vince.
Today we're talking about trigger counters, automatic responses to when your opponent lands a punch or a kick so that you have an almost guaranteed chance of landing your counter shot. We'll explain how. Let's take a look.
Alright, so today we are going to be working our trigger counters. They're separate from traditional counters because normally what we tend to do when we counter punches is block, load up on our rear hand or opposite side, and fire back. It looks something like this. Notice, when that happens, Shane has some time to throw his punch, and now he's coming back and already blocking. It's a response that happens all the time, right? If I'm throwing this way, I'm always covering. If I'm throwing this way, I'm always covering. So it's one of these things where those punches can land, but you got to be really fast. Maybe they're being lazy with their hands, or sometimes you just get lucky.
Yeah.
But right now we're going to be working on these trigger counters. So that's actually going to be firing from the same side arm. It looks something like this. Okay, so the reason why we're firing from the same side is Shane throws this hook, I block it, even if his hand is up and he's covering his head like he should be on the opposite side. Notice what's open over here. I'm just blocking and turning and hitting Shane. Okay, these aren't really knockout blows, they're really blows that just kind of throw Shane off rhythm, and they're like free shots for me. So I catch this punch on the side, and I'm already coming through. Now let's do it like at full speed a few times so you guys can kind of hear the pacing of it. This is something where it's not block then punch, block then punch. It's you really want to fire these out nice and quick. Okay, so you hear that rhythm. That's the type of pacing you want to keep on these punches, and really they're more so to kind of throw Shane off rhythm. Okay, if he's coming in and striking, maybe he's throwing a combination of a few punches, but I feel a hook come in and I catch that hook, immediately I'm firing and I'm catching Shane. So now I'm loaded up on this side. I can throw a loaded up, strong knockout type of blow here, or maybe I'm tired and we're going through this fight and I'm exhausted and I just picking my hands up, I feel a counter and I'm just hitting him with those punches. Okay, it happened in my my third fight. My opponent and I it was a war. I tend to get in violent wars, but it was a war. And my coach said going into the third round, just walk forward, trigger counter. My legs were tired. I was tired. He was tired too. But it eventually put a whole bunch of pressure on him because I was landing all these shots. And all I had to do, guys, was very simple, was just walk forward, catch, and return. Notice how even when Shane is holding his mitts, he knows what's coming. It's still very hard. Yeah, he's automatically reacting because he feels like that shot's going to hit him. Yeah. So it's a very beneficial thing to do to practice, so this basically becomes a natural instinct type of thing. So we can work our trigger counters with those hooks, and there are two more strikes I like to work it from. The other is going through from these body shots. So if Shane throws to the body here on this side, I'm catching again, and I'm just firing up. Notice, it's not a big wind up. I'm not loading back and throwing. That's too much time. It's really just catch and pulling the arm up for the uppercut. Same thing on the opposite side. Okay, let's do a few of them. Okay, make those really quick. Now the last one, we can also do it off of kicks. Remember, in MMA, it's not just going to be punches here. So if Shane throws a kick to the body, I'm going to catch, but I'm going to fire. Okay, return right on that same side arm. This one I'm also kind of loaded up here anyway, especially on this left side. He's throwing, I can just step forward and come over the top, especially if you notice them really turning their hand over or leaving it low and coming back, taking a long time to kick and then return here, then you just fire that right over the top.
Awesome. Love it. It's hard to find that rhythm.
All right.
All right, guys, there you have it. Trigger counters, a great response to when your opponent throws a shot to counter to the same side to the target that is guaranteed to be open. Make sure you practice it with pads with a partner. Until next time, I'm Shane.
I'm Vince.
Fight tips for the underdogs.